Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zaggertastic stream. It's I, your friend, the one, the only Z, a single Zaggard, and I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever time it is for you today. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den, my friends, and it is another wonderful day here in the Dragon's Den. We have some fun planned for y'all. So, of course, you guys know what today is. It is Fantasy Fridays, and it is also Valentine's. And yes, me and Claire did spend some time together, but I gotta spend time with my first true love, video games. I couldn't say that with a straight face. But anyways, yeah, we got something important to do though. You see, on Sunday, I am going to be running a Dungeons and Dragons game with Claire. Well, I'm not running it with her. I'm running it for her and some other friends of mine and the mythology guy. So, 2 out of 6 of the players. And I want to make sure that we have our stuff done. We got some basic stuff ready for the next for the first session of the campaign. So we got to do. Hey, wait a minute! Video games are my true love. Wait a minute! I thought it was the anime that you loved, the Japanese cartooners. I almost just went on a rant. I'm gonna ignore that. Not even jokingly, I can't say it. Nope. Anyways, let's get into Obsidian. So, if you remember last week, by the way, is the chat moving on the screen below me? Can you what is your message, the latest one on the bottom there? I know it cuts off and it doesn't fit properly. I gotta figure out how that does work. Because like the streamer bot, the way it's not working the right way. I'm not liking it. I want to make it more snappy. I gotta remind myself to do that. Anyways, so if you remember last week, we had to name a major city in every nation, and I did that and finished. So here are the major cities. On the side here, I have them all. Bazamor, Carencia, Feyru, Lugeltvos. It's a weird name. Flugeltvos, there we go. Gotherstadt, Hilairo, Hengrum, Nylian, Skenzia, Solmatlos, Thanzo Berrigan, Therosia, Uzbekistan, Erdskivler, and Zolbenraft. And of course, my cat starts asking for attention right this second. BRB, let me see what she's doing. What? 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 You want to say hi? You want to say hi? The kitty wants to say hi. Here, we'll go back to the full screen. Milkshake is excited to see everyone. Hi, Milkshake. How are you? Yes, you're such a cute little cow kitty. Yes, you're such a cute little cow kitty. I know you want to run around, but I don't want you running around right now. I've got stuff to do. Kitty. I've got... Look at her. She's so squirmy. You are such a squirm. Milk. Look at me. Look at me. I can't have you in here right now. I love you, but I gotta do stuff. Here, I'll let you sit on my lap for a little bit. Okay, you can sit on my lap, but you can't go. Listen, you can sit on my lap, but you can't go anywhere else. Milk, I know, I see you looking at other places. She's such a silly fluff. You're such a milk. You're such a milkshake. Oh my god, she is being a lot right now. Her and Sushi have been they like they want so much attention today. You guys okay? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, she went. You want the belly rubs? You want the belly? She loves the belly scratches. Look at this little cow. Look at this little cow. She's such a little cow kitty. Okay, kitty. I've got to get back to work, so you gotta go. You gotta go back to the kitty land. Oh, hi Goblin. Hi Sush. As soon as I opened the door, the other two cats were waiting out there like, what's going on? Maybe Claire needs something. I'm gonna go check to make sure Claire's okay and the cats aren't... Squawk, you're okay, right? No, the cats just, they were... I'll explain later. Okay, everything's fine. Anyways, back to this. So we named all our major cities. And I've put in all their information. Let's just make sure I did. Let's see. Nalian. City capital. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. So we'll get rid of that because we don't need to name them anymore. And we'll close that. Now, we've done locations. The major things I think we needed to get done in locations. And I can expand on those later. Now. People. So, I decided to do this part because people aren't usually that interested when it's the naming stuff. But I have named... This is the big bad evil guy of my... world right now. He is the leader of the Sandalif Empire. His name, Zathriel, the Immortal Angel. And here's kind of a picture of what I think he looks like. This isn't exactly. So I imagine him looking more like that he has like 6 wings, and he's got 3. He's got instead of like normally Angelborn have halo above their head, but he's got one giant one behind him that he can expand out almost like a giant Doctor Strange portal. Zathriel, the Immortal Angel. Yes. So that is the big bad evil guy. He is the leader of Sandalif. He's the one who is convincing people, who has convinced and is continuing to convince the Angelborn and those who live in Sandalif to expand, to conquer, to rule, to create order where there is chaos. Yeah, let me fix it on the short screen real quick. Booba booba. So that's him. But what we gotta do is we gotta expand on him. Like what are his powers, supposedly? Why is he called the Immortal Angel? Think blah, 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 blah. What does he say to convince them to join him? So I can name some of these. So why is he called the Immortal Angel? Because in every fight he has been in, he has taken no more than minor scratches. Because he's an angel. And well, he's not actually an angel. He's an angel born. Angel born are actually like, they're still pretty human. Angels in my world are basically, they're one step below gods. They're basically unkillable. Angel born are, angels with angels who have diluted mortal blood in them. And so they can die like any normal person. However, because he's been in multiple battles. Multiple battles. And has never had more than a minor scratch. Hello, tricky one. Oh, yellow. What's up, little Al? He's that goddamn of a fighter or something else. He's that damn good. No, it's even more than that. He's basically like, the best example I can think of off the top of my head is, but Yu-Gi-Oh? The main character, Yugi, how he never loses, so people have this kind of like reverence for him in the show. They're like, oh my god, it's Yugi Moto. He's never lost a duel. I mean, he has lost. We've seen it, but like, it's very rare. That's how people are. They see him and it's like he's never lost a fight. On top of that, he has powers, and he's not the size of a normal Angelborn. Normal Angelborns are maybe like 6 to 7 feet tall. He's like massive. He's actually large. Like he's like ogre sized. He's giant. He's got huge rippling muscles. He has bright shiny armor. He has a giant sword. Did I write ogre right? I'm just gonna assume I wrote ogre. So he's huge, and so people actually think he might be an angel. Not an angel born. They think he's a legitimate angel. With like some of the powers he's presented and some of the things he's done and how massive he is and how he never really takes any damage. People think he's an actual angel. And so they have started calling him the immortal angel. Most people don't even know. I'm sorry, I had to sing. Most people don't even know he's actually been damaged in fights. He keeps that fact a secret. So like if anybody, like, this is something only you guys are allowed to know. But when he has killed allies of his because they've seen him take damage. Thank you. That's a cool nickname. Thank you. Zathriel, the immortal angel. So the picture over here, it's not exactly what I think he looks like, but it was just a good picture of like an angel with a sword. I will write this down so I don't forget it. What does he look like? A large, hulking man. $12 feet tall? Over 11 feet tall. has bright, shiny armor. A huge sword that he can cover in fire, lightning, or pure light. Has 6 large wings. And 1 large halo behind his back that he can expand to the size of a giant Doctor Strange portal. I just call it a Doctor Strange portal because everybody, you can look up giant Doctor Strange portal. Not hard, easy to picture. That's how big it can be. Okay, I don't know why it's not auto-correcting. He can also change his halo to any, from light to fire to light. Because Angel Born in my world, their halos can either be, they'll usually have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 halos, and their halos are usually all lightning, all fire, all radiant light. But he can change his. Killing allies for such a petty reason. There's a reason he's the big bad evil guy, but he doesn't tell people this. Like, only his closest allies know these secrets. Let's get a detailed description. Perhaps someone will make some fan art. Yes, yes! Make fan art. Yes. Make some fan art. I would love that. Post it in the Discord. Delicious. I'm just picking after a gruesome fight. His allies notice a small cut on his shoulder. Oh, looks like you got a nick. And the angel guy raising his sword. No, he doesn't even say anything. He just looks at it and then just blasts him into smithereens. And then he comes out of the battle. No one else survived. I stopped the horde by myself. Now, there may be people out there who know these secrets. Who knows? But he does a really good job of trying to keep his secrets, well, a secret. I'm going to scooch over so you can see this guy better. I really love this. It sucks that I hadn't turned on for months, but it's so great. I love seeing it in when I make videos and I see it in the background. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I bought this. I'm so glad I got that. I got something similar to this for my wedding. And I was like, Claire, can I please get this? And she's like, fine, but that's the only thing you're allowed to buy for the wedding, besides your outfits and the stuff we need. I'm like, okay. You'll know what it is when you'll know. So yeah, this is what he looks like. He's like a large hulking man, over 11 feet tall. He has bright, shiny armor, a huge sword that he can cover in fire, lightning, or pure light, just like his halos. He has 6 large wings. Angelic wings. And 1 large halo behind his back that he can expand to the size of a giant Doctor Strange portal. And he can also change his halo from light to lightning to fire. Back to light. And not in that order, but the idea he can change it to any of those 3. What he has been saying to convince people. He constantly says it's a war against chaos. There has to be a reason for them to fall. And he's always telling them, this is a war against chaos. We are bringing order back to the world. The order that the cursed dragon riders took with them when they disappeared. So he actually kind of defames the dragon riders a bit. In Sandalif, they aren't praised. It's not like, oh, the dragon riders, they had great ancient tech. It's like, no, they hoarded that tech, hoarded everything for themselves. I will bring their prosperity back to and place it in your hands. The hands of the people. Now, does he do that? No, because one of the things he actually has he has a giant gauntlet on his right hand made of pure jade. The Jade Gauntlet. An ancient artifact of immense power. Now, we don't need to describe what the power that the Jade artifact has. He knows what it can do. But we don't need to know what it does yet, because they're not going to be fighting him anytime soon, right? Think of it like Emperor Palpatine. We didn't know what Emperor Palpatine could do in Star Wars until Episode 6. And then we could see he could shoot lightning out of his fingers. That's freaking rad. Ansem in Kingdom Hearts 1. We don't even know who Ansem is until the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then we see his immense power. And then it turns out he's not even the main bad guy. There's like a bad guy on top of that bad guy. Oh, Jade. I love that character from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, he has a glove shaped like Jade from Mortal Kombat. Somebody draw fan art of the normal Jade and the fake Jade. I would love to see both. I would honestly kind of hate the second one, but I would applaud the comedy. If you make it funny looking, like it's like a plush, I'd love it. If it's just a person and he's got his fist up her ass, I'm gonna be like, that's a little weird. But applaud. They do know that the Jade Gauntlet is powerful. Like he has shown it can, like it has things he has shown it can do. Send out a vaporizing wave of power. Has used it to destroy other ancient artifacts, claiming they were too dangerous for the world. When in reality, he got rid of them so that way they can't be used against him. And that's just one of his artifacts. His giant sword. His giant sword. Let's but can it block? You don't need to block your enemy if your enemy is vaporized. As Logan once said, the greatest defense is an overwhelming offense. You don't have to worry about the enemies killing you if you've killed them all. Hmm. What do we? What? I'm trying to think what we could have his giant sword be. I'm gonna say an adam. That happened. I almost just deleted everything. That would have been real bad. A sword made of adamantium. Let's see. He's 11 feet tall. How tall are swords normally? Maybe sort of like flowly metal, so we can extend it slightly or make it change into different sword forms. Ooh. Has the magical property to change. Maybe. I'm gonna say it's a. Let's see. How long are swords? Typical swords are around 35 to 45 inches. Let's see in feet. 3 and 4 feet. Let's say it's 8 feet long. It's an 8-foot long blade, but how thick? How thick? I guess, or wide? Wide. Half a foot, usually. So this is 6 inches. Right. I'm gonna say it's 8 feet long and a foot and a half wide. That's a big old boy. Even bigger than Gut's hunk of iron. Zweihanders were 84 inches long. I do know about Zweihanders. So they were about 6 feet long. How big is a Zweihander to a person? Maybe I'll cut it down from 8 feet is. No, I want it to be like bigger than a Zweihander, and it's actually, and the blade is even thicker. It's like it's as thick as my arm. It's a giant thick blade. It's like a blade made for a giant, basically. No, it wouldn't be nearly as thick. It's as long as a Zweihander, but thick like a Buster sword or what were those thick ass swords? The two-handed ones? Thick like Guts's, I guess. It's supposed to be like a massive sword. The air resistance on that would be absolutely comical. Yes, but here's the thing. It's made of a magical metal, so we can have it do whatever the fuck it wants. Realistically, this wouldn't make sense, but also we're talking about an 11-foot tall angel guy. So, you know, all logic is out the window at that point. I'm not sure if I want it to have the property to change shapes. Because I want it to just be that maybe it has the property to change shapes, but he never changes it. An executioner sword? Let me look it up. Not necessarily that shape. I'm thinking more like guts. Right here, I'll show you the picture I'm looking at. I'm pretty sure this is guts, right? No, that's not what I wanted to change. The sword looks kind of like this. Oh, I just realized you cannot see that. The sword looks like that. A falchion, those are pretty wide. So anyways, he's got a giant 8-foot long, 1.5-foot wide blade. It is indeed guts. I knew it. I haven't read Guts yet because I know if I do, I'll be in the same boat as I am with Hunter x Hunter currently and One Piece, where I'm just like, where is the next one? And I also know what happened with the author, so I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it's basically just a big hunk of iron. That's basically what he has. But it's magic iron, so it can do weird shit. I think that's all we need to know about his sword, is just that it's giant. I just started reading that. You started reading Guts? Nice. I hear it's fan-freaking-tastic. It's like one of the best manga of the modern day that unfortunately just could not be finished. Right. Read Berserk. My brain was blanking. I like the handle design on the picture of the angel dude sword. So do I. I don't know if that's his sword, but I do like that. I'll be honest, I got that picture from the Google. I did not draw that myself, believe it or not. So we'll keep this. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm gonna keep this in italics because I don't know. But anyways, he has a giant freaking sword. But what is the name of his sword? Let's go on Google. Let's look up cool sword names. Let's see, sword can I'm gonna copy and paste this so that way. What the fuck? Chat is all in one color on screen. Yeah, it's a thing with whatever. I can't fix it. Just let Yuki know that I'm not, or Yuki, let him know I can't fix it. Okay, fine. We'll just turn off chat then. I forget where my chat thing even is. There, no chat. It's I'm just listening. Cool sounding names. List. Oh, you are. Where? Michael. Heaven's Judgment. I kind of like. Let's put that down. I actually. So I got World Breaker, Heaven's Judgment, God Splitter. Yeah, these are the three I'm seeing so far that I like. God Splitter. Bye, tricky one. Wait, who's leaving? You in the stream bot now? Hold up. Remind me on Discord to send you some stuff. I finally reached the final boss of Sekiro. I think I have some stuff saved about Streambot that are pretty cool. Wait, who said goodbye? Wait, tricky one, why did you say bye-bye? Are you leaving? Or are you saying that's the name of it? The name is bye-bye? It's a bit. Demon Destroyer? Heaven's Resentment. Okay, I like these. You know, I don't think he'd ever call it God Splitter. Couldn't even get past the first stage, but that's just because I screwed up some parries that should have been easy hits. Was a sword name suggestion. Bye-bye's a little too silly. I want this to sound like an epic boss battle. If it's just like, and my sword, bye-bye. People are going to be like, bye-bye, like, oh, it's bye-bye. Look, he's got a cute little... I know my players are going to make that joke, because I want to make that joke. Do I want the sword? I mean, they can be in English for now. If you want, you can give me non-English names. But we're just, you know, whatever. Yeah, you hear the sword name and you go, bye-bye. Ha ha ha. Mercy for the Wicked. Heaven's Mercy could work. So let's see. World Breaker, not a fan. I think it's cool, but I'm like, nah. Okay, so we've got Heaven's Judgment, Heaven's Resentment, Heaven's Mercy. I don't think Resentment works. It's a little too much like God is like, no, you need to die, Tengoku. Isn't that just the name of a type of creature in Japanese myth? Oh, it just means heaven. I'm dumb. What am I thinking of? Eh, it doesn't matter. The Saint's Blade. I'm thinking of the Tengu. That's it. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm thinking of a Tengu. Which makes sense. They're supposed to be creatures from the heavens, basically. It's also the word for heaven in Japanese. Tengoku, the Saint's Blade. Final Boss was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Here, let's put in Heaven's Judgment, Heaven's Mercy in Google Translate. English, no, not Spanish to English. I want English to Japanese. Try not to type too fast so the bot doesn't get mad. That's a good idea. Actually, maybe Tengoku works just by itself. Heaven. No, I want a Heaven's Blade. Heaven's Blade is this is a word. Heaven's blah, 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 blah. I cannot say that. I like it, but I can't say it. Z, no. Here, let me try. Hebenzeburudo. Hebenzeburudo? Hebenzeburudo. Hebenzeburudo. Buredo. Hebenzeburedo. Close enough, right? Close enough. Well, I have an idea. Tengoku. The Blade of Heaven. The Blade of Gods. Durandal. Zulfikar. It's okay, it's solid. Harpy. I think I'm gonna go with Tengoku. Tengoku, the Blade of Gods. I like that one. Or the God's Blade. The God Blade. There we go. Tengoku, the God Blade. That's a pretty cool name. For some reason, I'm thinking the name should be in Latin. It would make sense with the Anglo-Saxon. So let's see. Latin. It would just be Calum. Calum. I recognized some of them, like Durandal. I recognized. I don't remember what it's from, but I recognize it. I think Tengoku, the God Blade, works. A giant sword made of adamantium with an 8-foot long, 1.5 foot wide blade. I mean, I find the name a little lackluster just because I know enough Japanese to know what Tengoku means. Here, how's this? What's destruction? So he has Interitus, the Jade Gauntlet, and Tengoku, the God Blade. This way we can mix... Ooh, we could name his armor. we'll name his breastplate. And then boots name. And then his cape is his cape is the flag of Sandalif. We'll find a way to describe it later. Kind of like Homelander's cape is the flag of America, the stars and stripes. Harpy is the sword that killed Medusa. Right. Gladius Caeley. I do like Gladius. Does Gladius... What does Gladius mean? Heaven? Or does it mean destruction? Let's be fancy and call it the Curious instead of blade. Or breastplate, I mean. Okay. Well, we're just calling it the breastplate for now. But I guess here. Is the Roman word for sword. I think that's even more on the nose than Tengoku, in my opinion. While I like it, we could have one of his generals be named Gladius. How's that? One of his generals is named Sword. Just Sword. General Gladius. That's just heaven in Latin. I translated heaven blade to Latin. Isn't heaven Caeley, right? And then blade is Gladius, right? What do you want to give the Curious name? Like that, saying that word is weird for me. Curious. Is it just Curious? I'll just go with Curious. And then let's give it a... Ooh. Let's use a Spanish word for... Let's use a Spanish word for the boots. I'm thinking cloud of light or something like that. Atom. Meaning impenetrable. Ooh. I like that. Atom. The curious of life. For boots, Velocidad. I'm gonna see Velocidad every time I see that. Oh man, I am suddenly getting very hungry. Probably need to eat something soon. I'm gonna write a large breastplate. I'm just gonna say breastplate so that way if people read it they know what it is. A large golden breastplate with a... I want to say a lion's head on the front. I say... Spanish for speed. Okay, let me see.
Velocidad.
Yeah, it's velocidad. Okay, velocidad. Oops. Let's see, the God Blade, the Jade Gauntlet, the Curious of Life. I don't want to call it the God Boots. The Heavenly Boots. Sure. 2 silver boots. That 2 silver boots, bright silver. That allow him to walk on air. Yes, he has wings. But he is God. He can walk on the air itself. There we go. I like this. So we got Interitus, the Jade Gauntlet, Tengoku, the God Blade, Adam, the Curious of Life, and Velocidad, the Heavenly Boots. And then we've also named one of his generals by accident, Gladius. General of War. We'll just say General of War for now. We're going to go on a quick break. I need to get a snack. I'm getting lightheaded. Everyone in the chat, are you here? Are you here? Please start just writing down names of character ideas and things that you are interested in, and we'll be right back.
Have you ever felt like you were suffocating? Ever feel like there's no escape from that crushing feeling in your chest? Then your doctor might recommend air. Air is a new, free alternative to nothing. Our scientists have spent decades perfecting this product with extensive testing, years of research, and trial and error. We found a way to change the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere into breathable air just for you, using safe compostable materials such as trees. So you don't have to worry about ruining the environment while using air. 9 out of 10 doctors agree that air is essential to your heart, lungs, and brain. Air can also lead to cyclones, blizzards, cold and heat waves, thunderstorms, and tornadoes. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, please call emergency services and a team will be on their way to help you as quickly as possible. Do not take air without speaking to your doctor first, because air is not for everyone. If you are already using air, tell your doctor before he prescribes you any new medication. Whatever the case may be, air is here to help you out. Air. Take a breath.
Lily, your timing is implacable. You have joined right when I get back from my break. A guy with a degree looking for an internship. Okay. We got some interesting things here. Let's see. A guy, instead of a bow, uses a ballista and carries it on his back. Maybe. I'm going to put that in the maybe. Okay, we'll put that in the maybe. Doofenshmirtz, Evil Incorporated. It's weird that, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. A spell or item that allows the user to cast a moon at the enemy. A magic rod to summon a moon on top of their enemy. Maybe. It's maybe. It's a definite maybe. Lena, age, experience, strict, no nonsense general, but loved by those under his command for always making sure they suffer minimal losses. Okay. I see the name Lena though, and And I think female, not male, but that's fine. That's so Gladius, General of War. I don't want him to be as big. So when I meant generals, I meant more like generals slash advisors. Sort of. But 3 generals just worked better because they are at war. Yes, Cameron also tries to trick people and has the nickname the tricky one. No. That's because you're reading it wrong. But hey, if you want them to be a female, go ahead. How is it supposed to be read, good sir? Please enlighten me. I do want one to be a turncoat of sorts. Not a turncoat against him. It's a dragonborn who himself with the mortal angel and is seen by many to be a traitor. I'm just going to say a dragonborn who has allied himself with the immortal angel. This having on his side adds legitimacy to his claims. He should rule where the dragon riders have abandoned. Character name Garo or Ka. Nice One Punch Man reference. Kana? Lana? Or is it Kana? Lena? Those still sound like female names to me. With the breath before the N. Ka, na. K, na. Kane, K, na. A cat who wields a rapier and wears boots. Where's what? It's from the Twitch chat. Here, let me turn the chat back on. There you go. Now you can not understand the bitty-bitty-bittiness. What's One Punch Man? Oh, One Punch Man is a manga about a guy who can kill anybody in one punch. The English mindset is strong with this one, not a judgment, just an observation on why it sounds feminine. Yeah, it's kind of like the name Alexis. I know in Latin America, Alexis is not a female name, but here it's very much a female name. It's more like Alexis. Honestly, if it's just better being female in general, that's totally fine. I just think it's a pretty interesting idea to have a female general. Gladius is male, that's for sure. I think I like a hulking large man. 8 feet tall. Wields as a crossbow. I always type wields wrong. Always. Even though I know it's spelled W-I-E-L-D-S. My brain is always like WEILDS. Yeah, you're right. I also don't want to be a want it to be a sausage party. General of expeditions. General of war, general of the people. No, I think they just call him the turncoat. No, he has a general title. He or she. Of blue, blah, blue. Master of Magic. The last one is the Master of Magic. I'm going to say that. And it's the court wizard. Helps study and duplicate ancient artifacts for the Sandalith Empire. These are the only 3 people in the world who know that I've written so much, I'm forgetting his name. Zathril has actually been injured. I have a character, Angel cut a Gordian knot in reference to Alexander the Great. Why? Is One Punch Man good? Yes, but it kind of depends on what you like in a TV show. So it sounds like it would be really boring because it's just, oh, he beats everything in one punch. But what makes One Punch Man good isn't the fighting. Although there are some good action scenes, I won't lie. What makes it good is like the world around it. And what the main character, Saitama, how he reacts to everything. And how, like, big part of One Punch Man is that because he can beat everything in one punch, his life feels hollow now. Like, there's nothing for him to do. Because there's no, like, when he gets into a fight, he's just like, it's just going to end. He doesn't get excited. This makes him almost depressed. And then also, like, the way the characters around in the world react to him is hilarious. The reason I thought you were talking about that is because Garo is a character in One Punch Man. Also named Kai, so yesterday was a character put at the end of a sentence in Japanese to transform a sentence or save it into a question, which I think would make a cool name for someone. Maybe. You know, I think I just suggested because it's funny to me. That's it. I'm mainly suggesting things I find funny or cool. That's totally fine. Dude, so long as you don't suggest something like, and this is always the first one that comes to my head, put in a character named Dildo Baggins who carries around a bag of dicks and just hands them out to people. So long as it's not something that stupid, that's like literal brain rot, I'm okay with it. The Art of One Punch Man manga is really goddamn good. When it's done by Murata, the original author, art is a web comic that isn't acquired taste. Agreed. Murata's art is an acquired taste. And did you know when he first started writing it, people hated him and said, "You'll never make it. Your art is terrible. You should quit. You should give up." And now he has one of the most successful series in the modern day. And I'll have to check it out. I suggest Garo since it can be translated to Hungry Wolf. Watch One Punch Man, and you'll know why I already knew that. I suggest you watch the anime. There's only the first 2 seasons out right now. The 3rd season is coming out this year or next year, I think. And they're taking their sweet time making them because animation studios be animation studioing. That's the best way I can explain it. But it's a really popular. If you like the anime, I suggest reading the manga. I wanted to start on that for a while, but I've been taking my sweet time because I've been working on stuff. I will say, just remember, this is a character who can defeat anything in one punch. So some of the stuff that happens is ridiculously OP. No. One is the original author. Murata is the artist for them. Oh, right. Murata's art is absolutely fine. Right. Agreed. I've seen the comparisons. It's like, either way, I know that one originally was hounded for how terrible his art was. And he, like, when he was first making One Punch Man on the webtoon, they kept saying you should give up. I say, okay, Master of Magic, General of something, maybe. I'm gonna change it to the Great Mage. General of War. Maybe instead of a general. What other title could we give this one? The Turncoat. I mean, I guess his title could just be the Turncoat. No, he has a name in the army that of respect, and then the Turncoat is what everybody else calls him or her. I'm gonna say Lena is the Great Mage. How did you spell it again? L-E-H. Wait, I have it right here. I'm stupid. Estupido. Now, what's a name? That's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna go into a generator and see what we can think of. You're gonna there and give them a title. A slow bro. Slow bro. Tedrin, Zomera, Lilith, Jadia. I like Zomera. Zomera I like. The Maestro of War. Ooh, that's much better. The Maestro of War. Much better. The top 3 lieutenants of the Sandolif Empire. They report only to, can't remember his name, Zathriel. However, he allows them to act as they please most of the time. Vampire, they report only to Zathriel, however, he allows them to act as they please most of the time. Yes. Gladius, the Maester of War, a hulking man. Man, 8 feet tall, wields a ballista as a crossbow. Wears heavy black armor. Has scars all over his face and body. Is sometimes called when he enters a battle. It is referred to as the Storm of Blood. This is a reference to how every battlefield he participates in always leaves behind a giant pool of blood. Lake-sized. There we go. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it! Gladius, the Maester of War. Great mage. As though they are conductor of the orchestra we call war. Let's see. Hey, you're using the ballistic as a bow suggestion. That's so cool. I thought it was a cool one. I liked it. I was thinking about maybe not using it because I didn't want 2 giant guys, but then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. The first person to create a chimera. I'm going to say chimeras in my world are created. They are not natural. And Lena is the one who created the chimera. The first to understand how to use the different parts of a dragon for potions, weapon enhancements, armors, and other such studies. What's a better way to write that? Okay. gonna go with the name Varathion. I like Varathion. Ooh, I've got a name. Hand of the Usurper. Varathion, Hand of the Usurper, a dragonborn who has allied himself with the immortal angel and is seen by many to be a traitor. Having a dragonborn on his side adds legitimacy to his claims that he should rule where the dragon riders have abandoned the peoples. Wields a magic rod that can summon a meteor once per day. I cannot. I just can't write wields. It's weird. Now let's name 5 other NPCs not part of the Sandalith Empire. What are some how about Jack the Quick? No. That's a fairy tale name. Jack the Brilliant. Gregan the Strong. Zertan the Liar. Josh the Everyman. Josh the Man's Man. Nah. I like the Everyman better. Selena. Switch out Quick for Swift. Jack the Swift. Selena the Tricky. Caramel the Snow Queen. Let's see, what else can we think? The Sweet. Walter the Brave. Yo, it's me, the Tricky. These are just idea names. I'm not sure if I want to go with them. I misspelled brilliant. Walter the Brave. Edward the Vampire Hunter. Iconic, isn't it? Batman. No, I'm just kidding. George the The Wise. George the Wise. Okay, okay. Which of these are sticking out to you, friendos? I'm gonna close this one so I can. There we go. Which ones are we liking? Just start naming off the ones you like, and we'll change them. We'll morph them. We'll see what we do with them. Come on, we only got about a half hour left. I got things I gotta do, chat. Things I've got to do. Doobity doo doo. I promised Claire I'd be done at CX. I like Josh and Selena. Okay, okay. I will put a asterisk next to ones people like. Zentar the Liar. That's also me being biased. Hey, I'm asking for your bias. I want to know. Zentar the Liar. It's Zertan. Zertan the Liar, good sir. Not Zenton. Zertan. Like Zerg. I love Toy Story. Toy Story 2 is my favorite movie. Then it's Empire Strikes Back. Oops. Yeah. Oops. That's right, Yuki. You no longer get your title of the snowy one. You are now the snowed one. I want to know what love is. Caramel isn't a literal snow queen, right? Is she? That's a good question. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe she's just a queen in the snowy realms. Maybe she's a witch who lives in the snow realms and has been there for a long time. Maybe she's the one who created the ice caps that come from the north. You'll bet on the Snow Queen. Caramel the Snow Queen. All right, that's 4. All right, we'll keep these 4. Because people latched onto them. Which ones don't I like? I don't like... I also like Edward the Vampire Hunter, mostly because it reminds me of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Well, looks like we got our 5. It's kind of an unrated movie. I do need to see that. I want to see it. I heard Andrew liked it. Okay. It's one of my favorites. I think the reason people don't really like it is it's a little too ridiculous. Like because it's mixing history with some weird fan fiction, and people just aren't a fan of that usually. They like fiction or history. They don't usually like a mix of the two. The only one who can really get away with it is Quentin Tarantino. Did he make Vampire Hunter? I don't think he did, right? Who made Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? Timur Beckerman. I can't. That's not a. Nope, that's not a name I can read. Beckerman Beto. Beckman Beckman Betov. Beckman Betov. Tim's the guy who made it. It's not based on a true story and wasn't a documentary. No, I'm not saying a documentary. I'm saying like period pieces or like Oppenheimer, which is a video biography essentially. And it's not necessarily that it has to be based on a true story. Like Lord of the Rings, Avengers, those are loved. But the thing is, it's like, okay, this is a fantasy realm or a sci-fi realm. And then trying to mix it with history makes it like it's hard to do that. I have to watch it to get my own opinions, but that's just my assumption of why people don't really like it. I have to see it myself. Maybe there's other problems. Maybe the directing isn't very good, or the acting isn't like it doesn't come across well enough. I can't say. Never seen it. My opinion on it is it exists, and I'm glad wacky stuff like that exists. We need more wacky stuff like that, to be honest. Joke. I know. I know. All right, I think we got. I'm just gonna Zertin the Liar. Gonna change it to King of Lies. The Tricky Witch. I'm gonna say she's a witch. Snow Queen. I'm trying to think. What's a word? I was trying to think of a better word for the everyman. Josh the People's Champion. Okay, so now there are 5 people in my world who exist outside the Sandalith Empire. Let's see, where would I put these people? Lives in the deep north and rules the land. Fruzen. It is said she is test all who enter. Her realm with the harsh cold and the most barren lands. In the swamps. plays tricks on people who pass her domain. These tricks are said to be lethal. And she always takes the bodies to her home. They say she eats their organs. A man who has dedicated his life to hunting vampires. Because one owes him... No, I'm just kidding. A man who seems quite plain at first glance. But it is said he is quite strong and will help anyone in need. This has garnered him a loyal fan base who follow him constantly, regardless of his constant desire to be alone. Yo, the People's Champ, like the Atom and Real Steel. Real Steel was a good movie too. Is he a king? Does he really? It has said he will cheat you out of anything and everything you own. And are. Okay, I have 5 characters in my world. Can Josh also make terrible puns? Zertan can. Josh, I feel, is more like a Captain America type character, where he just wants to settle down and he doesn't want to have to keep fighting, but there's always something that happens, and he cannot give up on people. And he wants to be alone, but because he's such a good person, people follow him and give him money and food and clothing. Even if he says, no, I don't want it. But it would be rude not to accept. Okay, we got 5 new people in my world. I will name drop them sometimes. I'm going to change this to Selena the Trickster. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've got our world chat. Oops, I wanted to go to this page. I think we got some really important stuff in our world that we've set up. We will use this in our games. We've named our leader Zathriel. We've named his 3 generals: Gladius, Varatheon, and Lena. Now, the next thing we got to do, Campagan stuff. That's my little secret hip, populating the world. Yay. We gotta kind of build up my Campagan. I have some Campagan ideas that I want to share with you guys. Hopefully, my players will not get spoiled. But thank you all for joining us. You guys have been awesome. You have been wonderful. I cannot wait to see you all next Monday when we get back to Mass Effect 3. Yes. Mass Effect 3. Don't forget to go to the VODs page. Go to my posts. I posted a what's the word? I posted a poll that I want you guys to read there. It's a poll about what game should we play after we finish Devil May Cry 3. I think I know what's gonna win. I'm curious what people. I just want to let the people vote. And so please go vote in the poll. Let us know if you want to see more Devil May Cry or you want to see Kingdom Hearts for the Wednesday streams. Until then, guys, stay safe, stay smart. Blah, blah, blah. Stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, be thankful for everything and everyone in your life. And the number one most important God rule of the stream of the Dragon's Den is don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, who believes in you. Bye-bye, chat.